let's talk about a technical resume. A technical resume is very similar to the structure outlined in our overall resume preparation video, with some slight nuances that are specific to technician type work. Step number one is to review the job you're applying for. It's important to know the qualifications that are required for the role and ensure that keywords match. Often, resumes are pre-screened by computers or by individuals that are literally looking at hundreds of resumes a day, and it needs to be clear that you're a match very quickly. Let's face it, most recruiters are like me and have an attention span of a 6-year-old. You've got about 30 seconds to capture their interest or they're moving on. This is your standard resume. You have to capture them by the top third or you're going to the bottom of the pile. So, step number one. Title your resume. If you're applying for maintenance supervisor roles, your resume could be titled something like Highly Skilled Maintenance Supervisor, or it can be more specific, Facilities Maintenance Manager. If you're applying for a technician level role, the same applies. You could go with the general Skilled Maintenance Technician, but I recommend, again, being a little more specific. Motivated electrician, or highly skilled electromechanical weapons technician. Step number two, summarize your skills in a short paragraph, 3 to 4 sentences that highlight your background. This should include key qualifications and career highlights that are applicable to the position you're applying for. For example, electromechanical weapons technician with 13+ years of experience providing technical support for weapon systems, their electrical, mechanical, and software applications. A talented technician that possesses the ability to work independently or in a group atmosphere. Highly resourceful and efficient manager able to lead teams of 25. Recognized attention to detail, adherence to standards, and expert technical background. Step number 3, I recommend adding a key skill/qualification section. This is a bulletized list of keywords or phrases that highlight your knowledge. Be specific with these. If you have a strong mechanical background, don't just use the generic term mechanical systems. List those subsystems and components that you're able to troubleshoot, repair, and maintain. For example, hydraulic systems, pneumatic systems, piping systems, fuel injection systems. Also, most technician positions require strong troubleshooting backgrounds, and this is also a good area to highlight any test equipment, oscilloscopes, multimeters, and your ability to read and interpret technical manuals and drawings and schematics. The most important thing to remember when drafting this section is to ensure you're able to confidently speak to everything on this list. Step number 4, for the body of the resume. This is, of course, in reverse chronological order of the positions you've held. Keep your target audience in mind. You are selling a product, you to a buyer, the hiring team. In order to do that, you have to explicitly tell them why you are the best person to fulfill their needs using keywords that are relatable to their industry. Think about breaking down your system into its core components. This is also where you can go more in-depth with your key accomplishments and highlight quantifiable results of your efforts in each role. Finally, you'll want to wrap up with your technical training. Of course, you'll want to list your basic technical training. In the Navy, we call them A schools. From there, you'll want to highlight any advanced technical training, C schools, and your additional formal education, including your associate's, bachelor's degree, etc. It's important to remember, at the end of the day, you will ask 10 different people what your resume should look like, and you will get 10 different answers. There is no one set formula, but if you use the recommendations that suit your goals, your resume will shine.